Time to bring in our panel, Friday night panel, Small Business Women Australia's Amanda Rose and Sky News contributor Joe Hildebrand. Great to see you both again. Always a pleasure to end my week speaking to you two. We have to start with a very serious issue. It seems we haven't heard from Scott Morrison for a while, but in the Australian today, Joe, starting with you, he has got a new book out next month, and in that he reveals that he was dealing with mental health issues while he was in the job. That's probably no surprise given that he was PM through COVID. But Joe, you and I have known Scott Morrison in interview situations and on air and off air. He always struck me as being supremely confident and happy within his own skin. But he's shown here that he was very vulnerable when he was in that job.
Yeah, likewise, Steve. I was a bit surprised by this as well, precisely because he does exude that confidence so effortlessly. He exudes the confidence of a man who quite literally believes that God is on his side, and I know that's been a great support to him as well, his faith. But I think this is a terrific move by him. I'm on the meds myself, and the stupidest thing I ever did was go off them many years ago and spend a decade, frankly, just absolutely miserable, but not realising it, because what a lot of people don't realise is that depression and anxiety actually kind of trick you. They make you think that it's the world that's making you sad or anxious and not just a few malfunctioning synapses in your brain. So I think good on him for coming out and opening up about all this stuff. I think more blokes in particular need to do it. It's almost a cliche to say that now. And also just the brutality of politics, I think, has got to stop. This is why I was very dark on people smashing him up for going to Hawaii on that ill-fated family holiday. I mean, sooner or later, you've got to draw a line and say these people are human beings and it's time to lay off.
Amanda, it's unusual for someone in such a high-profile job, regardless of whether they're writing a memoir or not, to lay open that sort of problem and talk about it, but it just may help more blokes who are unwilling to talk about it. And obviously, clearly, I'm very happy that Joe is happy to talk about it, but it's something that men don't really want people to know.
Yes, there's a lot of pressure on people, and like Joe said about politics can be quite nasty. And hopefully talking about something like this would actually show him or hopefully show some compassion to all the people that have been impacted by his decisions and by politics, because we had a lot of people suffering depression, say from the lockdowns during COVID and so forth, and that's why they're pushing for an inquiry, because there was just so much devastation. So yes, he was going through it, but also, and this is the reality of politics, the decisions he made while he was leading the country has resulted in many other people also now going through that.